For these stems a day, and your arthritis pain will gradually go away. Yeah. Okay, so let's read a little bit specifically about it. Okay, celery. It's been recommended in traditional Chinese medicine for lowering blood pressure. And there's been scientific experimentation that's proved this. In one study, they injected laboratory animals with celery extract, and it significantly lowered their blood pressure. In humans, eating as few as 4 celery stalks a day does the same thing. So, if you don't want, you can put this in dal, chop it up in little pieces, make dal with it. Soup is a great delivery system for minerals and vitamins because, by heating it up with water, it extracts the minerals and vitamins in this. Of course, whenever you heat something up, it might kill vitamin C, but it doesn't kill the minerals. Okay, so also it says about celery. So animals that were fed a high-fat diet for 8 weeks, they saw a significant rise in cholesterol levels. Then they gave celery juice to the same animals, and it significantly lowered the total cholesterol and the LDL levels in the animals. So, you can juice this also. You can make a juice, a very effective juice would be celery and carrots and other greens, and drinking that every day. That would lower cholesterol significantly. And celery is relatively inexpensive, very inexpensive. Okay, and next, Fenugreek. Fenugreek is one of the greatest gifts Krishna has given us. It can heal many, many things, especially diabetes, and including high cholesterol and heart issues. So let's take a look here what it says. Yeah, this is rich in it's rich in fiber. Now there's several ways you can take the meti. One is you can soak them and then sprout them and mix it in with salads. Another is you can blend them with water or juice. It'll make, and I've showed you how to do that, right? In fact, to heal diabetes naturally, we made rotis with liquefied meti seeds. It turns into a gel, and you add that to the roti with aloe vera. That was our previous seminar. And you eat that roti, it'll heal diabetes. You eat 3 or 4 of them every day. So you can soak it and then blend it, and it makes a gel type of pudding type of consistency.
Sprouts.
And then, yeah.
You can sprout also.
You can sprout it, I said, yeah, and eat it as a vegetable. Okay, so it has cholesterol lowering activity, and it's been proven scientifically. Okay. And then the other is carrot. Anything that contains pectin, so apples and carrots, and is high fiber, is good for heart problems. So you can make a juice, carrots and celery, grapes, and fenugreek, and drink it. It'll be very effective for heart problems. Okay. Now, traditionally, people use garlic also. We don't recommend garlic because You can't really offer that to anybody, either Guru or Krishna, they won't accept. But garlic has been proven to lower cholesterol and be, a heart tonic. But you don't have to take that. There's plenty of other things you can take. So eating anything that's high fiber, like chickpeas, red kidney beans, fava beans, all these different beans that are high fiber foods, and then mixing in with it ginger and celery and rosemary, purslane, amaranth, spinach, whatever. That would be extremely beneficial as a regular dietary adjunct. And you'll see that in different parts of India and different parts of the world, where the normal diet is high fiber, these diseases, heart disease, diabetes, and so forth, don't exist, or very little. It's only in the places where people are eating this refined food all the time that these diseases occur. So they did an experiment in Denmark. So in World War I, Germany invaded Denmark because Denmark is a dairy country, and they wanted meat and dairy products for their soldiers, so they had strong fight better. So this caused it was a national tragedy for Denmark, because the Germans confiscated all the animals and for their army. So the Danish king wondering, how are we going to feed our people? How are they going to stay alive? They didn't know how long the war would last, and if they confiscate all that, how their people going to live? So he hired this one nutritionist, Danish nutritionist, and he said, "Well, it's okay. Give the Germans all the cows they want. Give them they can have all the milk, whatever. But that frees up all the grain that we have stored for them. They'll take the cows to Germany. That's right." So, what were they feeding the cows? They were feeding them, besides hay, a high grain diet with rye, barley, and wheat, and all different sorghum, and all these different grains that they had stored in their silos. So he said, let them have meat. We'll keep the grain. They don't want the grain anyway. So he made what he called national brot, which means national bread. And this is what the people ate with whatever they had, like greens that they had. They no longer had the milk products. Milk became very expensive because it was all going to Germany, and meat. So during the 4 or 5 years of World War I, the Danish people became extremely healthy. Heart attacks, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, all these things virtually disappeared. Right? Then of course after the war they came back again. Now what was the difference? What happened during the war? They stopped eating meat, and they stopped most dairy products, and they just ate their national bread and greens, and they ate soups and things like that, and they all became healthy. So that was a forced experiment to show you the danger of eating meat, and a lot of the processed dairy products. People in Europe love cheese, but it's highly processed product. Okay, so therefore,
Close the door.
These high fiber foods, these are all high fiber foods. And of course, all the beans and dals and things like that. And then whole wheat. This keeps you healthy and well functioning body. And it's a type of an anti-aging diet. And that's what the Mediterranean diet is. They have all these high fiber foods. Okay, last but not least is something or fennel. And so, fennel, a little information about it here. Fennel has been used traditionally in India as a digestive, but it has many other wonderful qualities. It's very good for chest pain, the angina. It's in the carrot family, and it has what's called channel blockers. This is a compound found in many of the carrot family vegetables, such as carrots, celery, fennel, parsley, parsnip. And it helps eliminate those things that block the assimilation of calcium in your body. Therefore, in India traditionally they'll eat fennel seeds after a meal to help digestion. I know people, they've healed all kinds of sicknesses by taking a mixture of amla and fennel, as a tea. It keeps you very healthy because amla has a tremendous amount of vitamin C and a lot of other good things in it. And fennel is high in fiber and is digestive. So this is good to eliminate those things that block the assimilation of calcium. Okay, so there are many more things that are helpful for high blood pressure and cardiac problems, but these are easily available things and relatively inexpensive. What you want to do is eat your medicine. So therefore, in Indian cuisine, you have turmeric, you have fenugreek, you have fennel, you have cumin, you have ginger. These are all medicines, but if you include them as part of your diet, it protects you. Right? So, and then of course you have chilies. The trouble is, you can contaminate it all with dalda and maida. That's the problem. So, if you stick with whole grain foods and you use these spices, you won't get sick. You should use extra ginger always because it's one of the best single herbs for health. Okay, so we sort of covered the topic today. I began with Google and Trifala. That's an easy way to bring down blood pressure. But if you include all these things in your diet, you will not have a problem, especially hawthorn berries. Right? This is a real hard time. And maybe we'll make a little tea now. Okay. Make some.
You said you want to get something from inside.
Oh yeah, the other thing. Yeah, the clover.
Yeah.
I'll get it right now. So let's make a tea with these berries, this rose hips, and some saffron. And some fennel in it, and I'll give you the clover.
This is the farm. Rattan berries.
That is also from farm?
I think so.
This is rosebud.
You got it from
No.
Prabhu?
Yeah.
Let's understand the proportion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. This is called clover.
Hawthorn.
You've seen it, but you don't recognize it. No, you put it here. It'll take forever if you do it outside.
Rose cups. That's dry.
Fill it up.
रोज के पैकेट्स को ट्राई किया
रोज का पेटल खाने के बाद ठंडा बचता है ना
रोज बड्स
रोज का बड्स वो है सुखा सबको सुखा के पीस के पेटल्स का तो गुलकंद बना लो ऊपर का
People are asking where to get this.
I have it.
This one. And this.
I have it.
Oh.
If you want it now, I can give you. Yeah. So this is clover. It grows wild everywhere. There's white clover and red clover. The red clover is anti-cancer, antiviral, natural herb. You can pick it wild. I have tons of it growing at the farm. And you make a tea out of it with hawthorn berries and rose hips. You can add saffron to it. And you can drink it every day instead of the junk British tea.
How much should I put?
So understand the proportions.
Put it all.
This is our tea
What? This is what?
for tea
Yeah.
This is already.
Strong tea.
This.
Okay, you're ready. You already have the clover.
Container.
Pot is already there.
Prabhu,
So
this one
You want to
also-
get a bigger container. You want to get a bigger pot. Let's make a lot of
Prabhu,
tea.
can we get this one also? Factory print?
Yeah, they sell it. Yeah.
There are
You can buy this anywhere.
there's so many varieties in
Of what?
the saffron.
Well,
We don't know which one is really good and duplicate and all that stuff.
This is something else. I'll discuss that later. Well, the Spanish saffron is the one they sell in the United States. They have Kashmiri saffron. The best saffron in the world comes from Iran. You know. But this is good as long as it's red. Like that.
So you just look for red.
Well, see, sometimes they cheat. They
Yeah.
mix in some other herb.
Right.
Looks
It
red.
doesn't look.
But usually the Spanish saffron has a,
It's royal.
some kind of a guarantee.
So, Prabhu should put it in the water that's already there.
No, get a bigger pot, more water.
You don't
Turn it on. The saffron?
I don't know.
You buy it at the Indian store.
Actually-
Sell it in the factories also. Yeah. Right now? No, I don't. That's my factory.
दिखाते हैं उसको चाय कैसे बनाना है देखो ऊपर
got the chance to cook
No.